Before we get into today's video, I've got 3 things for you. Number 1, if you want to get a notification whenever we post a new video, make sure you ring that bell. Number 2, there's a TCG Player affiliate link in the show notes. After clicking that link, every purchase you make on tcgplayer.com helps support this channel. Number 3, you'll also find a link to our Patreon where you can support us directly. And now, kick back and enjoy the show.
What's up, Spikes? I won the last game, and welcome to the double up. And guess who gets to go first? It's me!
You won, and you get to go first.
I'm gonna draw this card.
Yeah, it must be nice, right?
You know, here's the thing. If you're just good at what you do, you get to do nice things. We're gonna start with a Misty Rainforest. I'm gonna find a Savannah. I'm gonna go Savannah into Sol Ring. With no payoff.
I think he is.
With no payoff.
Anybody gonna misstep it?
No? Unfortunately,
Pass.
no.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'm gonna play this Snow-Covered Forest and cast a Soul Ring.
What a bunch
Who
of
does this
jerks.
guy think he is?
Then I'm gonna cast a Simic Signet.
Oh my god.
The rules were no payoff, Jim.
Oh,
Yeah,
keep
come on,
going. Then I'm gonna cast a Mox Opal,
Oh.
activate the Simic Signet, cast Sensei's Divining Top, and spin it.
Well, my play is embarrassing.
Wow. Jim, what is it like to just have a perfect opening hand?
Alex, it feels good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Glad he didn't lie to me.
You did this to us.
Apparently.
Put him back like that.
It's quite the act.
I'll pass the turn.
I will draw. I am just going to play a Flooded Strand, and I'm going to crack it down to 39. I'm going to get this Tropical Island, and I'm going to cast an Arbor Elf. Just a little boy. I'm going to pass the turn.
A little more modest.
I did preface it by saying that.
But you're done? You haven't played 5 cards, though.
Oh, you're right.
Storm count 1. All right, well, I'm going to start off with a scrub land. My turn isn't nearly as impressive, but I do have a mana vault still. So I don't know much to complain about. But I will pass the turn after that.
We're going to untap, upkeep, draw.
That's even more mana than Alex's.
Yeah,
It's true.
Kind
get
of.
wrecked.
You know what? I do feel wrecked, actually. We'll play this Underground Sea. I'm trying to decide how big of a meanie I want to be. We'll go Chrome Mox, exiling Abrupt Decay.
Okay. He's got 5 mana.
It's true.
I changed my mind.
The only thing I want to do, though, is tap 4 of it for Grand Arbiter Augustin IV.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, your spells cost more and mine cost less.
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Yeah. I'll untap.
I'm not super okay with it.
I'm sorry.
Draw a card. I'm gonna play this Verdant Catacombs and crack it going to 39. I'm gonna get this Breeding Pool, putting me down to 37. And you know what? I think I'm going to add 2 mana with this Soul Ring.
That is what it does, yeah.
I'm going to filter it into 1 colorless. 1 colorless and 1 green, 1 blue. I will use the 1 colorless to spin top.
My favorite part about spinning top is it lets me really think that you're trying to incept the card that you want.
Yeah.
Or will it fall over?
Then I'll use the blue and the green, as well as another green, to cast Phantasmal Image.
Ooh.
Oh, no. I have no effects to Phantasmal Image.
I unfortunately have no effects.
Just making sure I counted correctly. You did pay the extra 1 for that, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
This is 4 mana total, 1 to spin top, 3 to cast Phantasmal
I
Image.
will pass priority.
Okay, it'll be a Grand Arbiter.
Seems good.
Huh.
Then I'm going to pass the turn.
Uh-huh. I'll untap. I'll draw a card for my turn.
For those of you keeping track at home, that's 2 extra for these guys' spells.
It's not great.
Yep, this hand
It's so brutal.
is unplayable when my spells are 3 and 4 mana instead of 1 and 2 mana, interestingly enough. I do have a play, which is interesting, so I'm going to make 2 here, and pay 2 life to cast Cataxian Probe.
Nice.
Aaron, cards in hand.
6.
Elliot to
Abs.
37. I have 3 cards in hand.
Dos.
Yeah, I'll look at Aaron's hand.
You sure? I can't cast them anyway.
Well, you know, I just want to know what's up.
The Mana Vault helps
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, it does.
We're not allowed to look, Jim. Don't look.
Whatever. Very good. I'm going to draw a card for my turn, or not my turn, for the Gitaxian Probe. Yep, unlucky. Pass the turn.
Couldn't deal with any of that.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
Makes it sound like you don't want to.
Well, I said the wrong thing, and thanks for pointing it out.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. That's what I'm here for.
I don't know what to do.
I'm going to be real
Bit of a
honest.
problem.
Yeah, it does not look good for us, man.
I use Mana Vault once to pay 2 colorless for my spells. I will play a Bloodstained Mire and sacrifice it. So I'm going to get this Underground Sea. And then think of what 3-drop I'm going to play. I think... Sorry, 5. I'm going to play Kurnos, Hound of Athreos, for a whopping 5 mana, which I'm not
Yeah.
happy about.
That card is good.
It is a pretty good one.
It's a lot better for 3. But that's going to end my turn.
All right. Untap. Upkeep, draw.
Yeah, when Alex said he was going to be a meanie, I was hoping it was just like collector oof or something that didn't affect me.
I thought it was insult me instead of do this, you know. I can take it.
But this is just...
We're gonna pay. All right. Black and 2 for Timna the Weaver.
yes. You,
No, and then
Black and
it-
1.
right.
yeah,
This is the white
it
card.
costs the same.
Yeah.
I,
So
no,
you,
I still need to tap it that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
yeah, you just have a colorless
You have a
floating.
colorless floating.
If you
Pass.
Okay.
okay.
On tap. Draw a card. Play a tropical island.
The rich get richer. That's all.
I mean, yeah. Tap 4. And cast Toothy.
Yeah. Pretty good.
And then
Pretty.
I'm just going to pass the turn.
Alrighty. What's that thing that they say on game shows? Big money, no whammies.
I'm not sure what game show that's
Yeah,
from.
you can't say that. It's from Press Your Luck.
Is that a show?
It was.
Oh.
I am going to move to my discard step.
Oof. I'm not the collector type.
I am going to discard this 5-drop in disguise.
Oh, boy.
Prowling Serpapard.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to lose a life for my Mana Vault here.
Ooh. 38.
38. Drop turn. Hopefully it's like... Oh, you know what? I don't even know if I want a Soul Ring at this point. Doesn't even get it.
Can't even cast it.
Perfect.
3.
That's a 3 mana card. Sorry, this is 3 after taxes, so, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. I should attack somebody, probably.
You do have
Probably Jim.
Vigilance, Minachi, and Lifalinka.
I do like Minachi.
I made 3 puns. He only liked one of them. I'm
Minachi
taking it.
is very good. I'm going to attack Jim.
Yeah, you got it.
You don't want to block?
No, take 3.
You can block.
Grand Arbiter even.
No.
Toothy might live.
Unfortunate. 34 for Jim.
41 for me. You know, I'm winning in life.
Wow, lifelink.
And that's what I want to think matters. I'm going to play a City of Brass.
I remember my first week of playing Magic.
I was going to say, to all the people that have no idea what's going on, it does look like you're winning because your score is the highest.
Well, I'm going to lose a life from the City of Brass. Go to 40.
Oh, still the highest,
I
though.
don't know why I played City of Brass specifically. I'm going to cast this nice 3 mana Ponder.
Ooh. What are you thinking about?
I don't know what I'm thinking about. Let's look at the top 3 here.
I'm hoping you're thinking about like Swords to Plowshares or
Oh, I got a nice 1 mana spell, but it costs 3.
Indicated.
Indicate.
Indicate, yeah.
Good enough.
These are not good. They all
So
cost
just,
so much mana.
Random question: if you were to just walk into a target with a bunch of phantasmal images in your pocket,
Yeah,
would
they all disappear.
just into dust.
Yeah.
Just Thanos. Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna shuffle here.
Unfortunate. Sound good?
All right, I'm gonna draw a random one for my ponder.
I hope it's good.
That one costs 5 too. My turn is over.
All right, I'm gonna untap, upkeep, and draw. Freed from the real targeting phantasmal image.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Target trigger on
Yep.
the stack?
Trigger, sack, phantasmal image.
Enters
Oh,
the
wait.
battlefield.
Hang on. I'm going to respond.
Uh-oh.
Wow, this stuff costs the same, I
Yeah.
imagine.
I'm going to cast Mystical Tutor.
Yeah, no effects.
I get this Frantic Search to the top of my library,
Ooh.
and then I'll continue to pass priority on the Phantasmal Image trigger.
All right.
Good.
I will not stop that.
I like that for my chances of doing anything.
I'm gonna move my combat step
Sounds about right.
and attack Jim for 2 with Timna the Weaver.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'll take 2.
So I'll gain 2 life, but I'm immediately going to pay 1 of it, so we'll just go to 40.
Oh, it died. Tough.
Draw 1 card. And then.
And then, that's not fair. He gets to cast more than one spell a turn? Sorry, he gets to cast one spell a turn?
I will pay 1 life, go to 39.
Ah,
Add
I'm winning
green to my
again.
mana pool. For this Birds of Paradise. And then I'll pass the turn.
Very good.
Untap. Draw this mystery card. I'm going to, in my... Oh, I guess I'll put a counter on Toothy. I'm going to spin top 1 colorless floating. You know what? Let's put them back exactly the way they were.
Almost like you didn't need to do that. Waste of mana. Idiot.
Yeah, I don't think mana is really the biggest of Jim's problems right
You know,
now.
he didn't have 2 grand arbors.
Yeah. So I'll use my 1 colorless
him.
floating along with these 3 lands to cast Frantic Search.
Okay.
Whoa. When did he get that in his hand?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's
So I'll
crazy.
draw these 2 cards. I will discard Grim Monolith and Dispel.
That's probably bad.
Yeah, mana must really not be an issue.
Was
for
it the
this
second
guy.
card, Dispel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably bad.
And
Grim Monolith Dispel is probably bad.
I'll untap 2 lands, put 2 counters on Toothy.
You get to untap 3 lands.
3 lands. Then I think I'm going to spin top again.
All right, well, this looks okay. Do you have 1 card in hand? Jim?
1 card, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's
okay.
bad. You know?
Impossible to tell, really.
Could be anything. It could even be a Frantic Search.
Put them back like
I don't know if it
that.
can be Frantic Search.
Oh yeah, it couldn't be a Frantic Search. Maybe anything but a Frantic Search.
True. That is the rules of Commander, the Gathering.
There's rules?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to... I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay.
Really rooting for you this turn, Alec.
Yeah, me too. I'm not going to say that dumb thing that I said last time, and hopefully it works out.
Whammy.
It didn't. But since there is only a single Grand Arbiter in play, I do have a play this turn. I will make 2 mana, and God, please, somebody cast something into my turn 3,
Fish.
turn 9.
Cast a counterspell into his turn 4.
Oh God, please
Mystic
don't.
Removal.
I can't cast them.
I have 7 cards in my hand, so I will pass the turn.
Sounds good.
All right, go to my turn. Upkeep. I'm going to lose life to my Mana Vault here, going 39. Losing the life lead, which is too bad. Only thing I was winning this game.
You're both on the throne now.
Yeah. Draw
What
a
a
card.
good mechanic.
What am I doing here? I kind of want to draw a card off Timna, but that might not work.
Impossible to tell.
Maybe we just do Elliot a favor. Wait, no, this counts. Inventor's Fair for the turn.
More like Inventor's Unfair.
Maybe I change my play now. I don't know if this is good, but I just want to slow down what you guys are doing. And,
Okay.
You know, I'm 38.
Sure.
I'm going to cast Ashiok, this Dream Render that might have been revealed to Elliot, and only Elliot, a while ago.
Yeah. Only me. I'm the only one that saw it.
This is Resolve.
Yep.
Super duper.
No effects.
You got
Sorry, trigger. Would you like to
cannot
pay 4 more?
You're welcome. That's a gift. Give me more of those puns, though. I'm only playing guys.
Okay. I must garner no more ill will.
All right. I kind of want... I don't know if the top cards... I think if the top card of Jim's library was good, he would have drew it with top, so I don't want to give him a free top, or, reset his top.
Yeah, true.
I want to target Alex.
Okay. Top 4 then exile, yeah?
everybody exiles.
Yeah, opponent's exile all green reds. Not mine, I have to keep my Bloodstained Mire and Ponder all to myself.
Alrighty. So we caught a Waterlogged Grove, a Stony Silence, a Noble Hierarch, and a Bloodstained Mire.
Unimpressive. For that, I'm going to attack you for 3.
That's fair. I'm not even going to block.
You can, though.
You can.
Good.
You have 2 creatures.
I could fulfill the Menache requirements.
Yeah. Do you do me a favor? Do Elliot a favor?
Yeah.
I'm not looking to do Jim any favors at this point.
That's all good. I'm going to do
Alright.
36.
Favors.
You're going to go 41?
41, back to the back on the throne, which is all I care about at this point in the game.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I will pass the turn.
Right on.
Look, Ma, I'm on the throne.
All right. So that's a forest, so we're going to put it into play. I'm going to move to my attack step and attack Elliot for 2.
Yeah, I guess.
Ellen, if you could start playing spells, I'd really appreciate it.
35?
God, I'm trying.
I'm doing 38.
I go to 35.
But it's actually 37.
Yeah,
Sneak
secretly
peek.
37.
You guys are going to draw a card. We'll play these Fiendhorn Elves because why not? And then pass the turn.
Yep.
All right.
On the tap. Draw a card, trigger Toothy. Play this Scalding Tarn as my land for turn.
Yeah.
Do we crack it for the shuffle? Is it worth it?
You should probably look at the top first just to make sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, genius. Put them back like that. Activate top.
Yeah.
Draw this card.
Sure.
Trigger Toothy.
Trigger Toothy. Put a counter on it. 5, 6, 7.
What's like a
6.
7?
6. Because the Scalding Tarn.
True.
Well, you don't necessarily
You could-
need your
Yeah,
top.
you could crack it.
If 7's better, you should
You
play it with
can.
Well,
block.
7, I don't get to searchable land for this.
Blocking's a god-given right,
Because of Ashiok. I can't search.
Oh. Remember how things have effects?
No.
Me neither.
Where am I?
Somewhere.
Who are you people?
I'm going
At least Jim
to
remembered.
pay 4 mana
Yeah.
to cast Ghostly Flicker, targeting Toothy and Soul Ring.
What's this do again?
Exile
Blinks
2
them
target
both.
artifacts, creatures, or lands you control, and return them to the battlefield.
2 thieves leaves play, right? Not dies.
Correct.
Yeah. I have a Remora trigger.
Yep.
Any effects?
Nope.
I will scoop a card for that.
And now for...
And now for Ghostly Flicker, I have no effects.
Nazada.
I would like to see if you also have counter magic.
Ooh.
1 card in this.
I do.
Okay. Slow your roll there, gents. I have a trigger off this and a trigger off this.
Okay, I'm responding to the trigger.
Okay,
Oh,
sure. Swan Song's Mystic Remora trigger. Draw a card. I have no effects to Swan Song. Would you like a bird?
Caw.
Okay. So it's countered. So,
It is.
you get another
And
trigger.
now,
you get
now
another
there's a
Mystic
trigger.
Remora trigger.
But I'm going to 1, 2, 3... No, of course not. Go ahead and draw.
Somebody give Alex a bird, please.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome. Okay, so Ghostly Flicker on the stack.
No effects.
Oh, you didn't give Fierce Guardianship?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Or have
Well,
mana, or a
cannot
mana to
cast
cast
it
it?
either.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
For some reason.
Ghostly Flicker is going to exile
Yeah.
and then bring them back. We've got 2 Toothy triggers. One Toothy trigger for the leaves the battlefield. So I'm going to draw 5 cards.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
4, 5. Toothy sees me draw 5 cards. Gets 5 counters.
It's busted.
It is
It ain't not.
pretty busted.
It did not make me feel good.
And I have played my land for turn foolishly.
Wow, Sculling Turn's real expensive.
Then I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Yeah, I unfortunately cannot pay to keep my little friend around. So he will die on his first birthday. That's
rough.
tragically. And I will draw a card for turn.
Hit 1 day left till retirement.
Luckily, Jim pointed it out on his turn, so I don't play this Polluted Delta like an idiot. I will play this Yavimaya Coast.
You're welcome. And ouch.
Wow. Poor Jim.
I'm going to tap Yavimaya Coast just for a colorless. This for a green, and then untap it and tap it again for a green. So 3 mana.
So you can play a 2 mana thing.
Perfect. Wall of Roots.
Moving on.
Any effects, any effects, any
You got
effects. I'm going to add a -0/-1 counter to my Wall of Roots to add a singular green mana.
Yep.
To cast this 0-cost spell, Lotus Petal. Moving up in the world, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Cost
8,
him
9.
4 mana to get this Lotus Petal out.
Look, I didn't say it was pretty. I'm going to discard. I will discard Polluted Delta and Spellskite for my going down to 7 cards. Go ahead.
Alright, another upkeep, another damage, mana vaults.
40 again.
40 life.
We got him on the ropes.
Tick, tock,
I will
tick.
draw, hopefully, a ship of some kind. Not quite.
Is it a boat?
Could even
I have
be
a different ship, but it's not a boat. I'm looking for a boat. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to play a basic island. It's nice M11 artwork. I'm going to attack Jim.
Okay.
Menace. You know, Menace.
Menace.
29.
29.
Aaron's at 43.
43 is still at the throne. In phase 2, I'm going to crank all this mana here. Lose another life to City Brass. Go to 42. And I'm going to cast the Weatherlight.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Yeah.
Fly. So then after the Weatherlights, I'm going to target Alex with my Ashok again.
All right.
No, the things I discarded.
Exile some stuff. And we'll go
I know
1,
Scully Turn wasn't very useful.
2,
See, look. It's over there doing nothing.
4. We got a Verdant Catacombs, a Nature's Claim, a Utopia Sprawl, and a Gilded Drake.
If you could mill better cards,
I'll try next
Gilded
time.
Drake is real good.
you could take my Kronos.
I mean,
Or
why would I-
Knoros.
yeah, that's the one. I certainly wouldn't want this gigantic commander that draws a bunch
Oh,
of
it's
cards.
dumb. Mine jumps in a ship. Get away.
Yeah, right. My turn.
Mine gets in the boat. Get in the robot, Shinji.
Jeez. So I started watching that for the first time, and let me tell you, I don't understand anything that's happening.
You
can watch
and
it
all
4
the rest
times.
of America.
Right? Yeah. All right. Elliot, you gonna block my Timna?
Yes.
Yeah, this is an 04, baby.
Oh, okay. That's rude, but I understand. We're still gonna try it anyway. We're gonna do 2 at Jim and 2 at Elliot.
Yep, I will declare a block.
That's fine.
Yeah, no blocks.
I'm going to see Jim to 27, myself to 39, but wait, there's more. Back to 37 because I want to draw. Or sorry, 38 because I want to draw a card. I can do math.
I can't, so it's good that you're here. Don't lie to me now, Alex.
Never, of course not. And then perhaps the most hilarious card to play right now with an Ashiok on the board is this Deathrite Shaman.
I have a great one. I have a Ponder and a Bloodstain Mire.
Oh man, that's like 2
Whoa.
things.
You can tap it one turn to add a mana, and then tap it the next turn to exile the Ponder to deal 2 damage to each opponent.
There you go. really, really getting them. Speaking of getting them, go ahead, Jim.
Okay.
I hope he's not
tap.
getting any more. He drew 5 cards last time.
I will draw a card, trigger
A
Toothy.
little concerning.
Toothy is currently at 6. Let's see. Grand Arbiter's still around, hey?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd pay 5 for this one. Would.
If it could not be, that'd be cool. I'm okay with that. If you can.
I can't just sacrifice him. That's
You could have blocked.
You could have blocked.
Not that I attacked you.
I could have, but I
You
didn't.
didn't
want to.
attack him.
I didn't.
I'm going to
I was worried about dying, actually.
Yeah.
cast Chain of Vapor, targeting Grand Arbiter.
Ooh, what's the Chain of Vapor read?
Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Then that permanent's controller may sacrifice a land, and if they do, they can copy this spell and choose a new target.
That does sound good, but instead, how about Dovin's veto?
Oh,
Yeah, that is hard happening.
Yeah.
I made you read the text for no reason.
I couldn't remember what the part that I got to do was, and
extended.
sacrifice land is not
in
a budget right now.
In
extended
the
DM.
bird world, that's okay. So
known as an unkind solicitation.
I'm going to cast this 2-mana Sensei's Divining Top.
Seems good.
Really?
I missed it, Gamora. Rip.
I'm gonna play this basic island. I'll spin top. Put him back like that. I'm going to activate top. Draw this card. Pay 3 mana. Cast this Winds of Rebuke targeting Toothy.
Can I get an oracle text on Winds of Rebuke?
Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard.
I have no effects.
No effects.
Okay. So I'll return Toothy to my hand and draw 6 cards. And we all mill 2.
We mill first.
Yes, we will mill first.
Yeah.
I'm ditching Loyal Drake, Arid Mesa.
Grafdigger's Cage Neoform.
Top and Prismatic Vista.
It's Phantasmal Image, Cyclonic Rift.
Ooh.
I'll draw 6
Could have
cards.
had a Grand Arbiter!
I know.
Yeah, thank you for-
Is this probably... is Toothy in May?
No. Okay, I'm just going to move to end step.
Absolutely.
I need somebody not to play Astro.
So I'm discarding
It affects every card in my hand.
Narset, Snow-Covered Island, and Nature's Claim.
All right.
Very good.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Weatherlight lives another day.
I will
Toothy comes back?
untap.
I don't just
No,
go to hand.
just bounce.
Oh,
Just to put it back in the command zone.
turn. Yeah.
It's an option. You can, gotta play them outs.
Draw off a turn.
You don't want to pay 2 extra, 3 extra.
That card is not very good right now.
That's a fetch land.
It's not, but it's close.
Still not good.
Okay, this has to make my red. This can be a blue. Untap that. This can be a colorless. This can be a green. Right? 4?
Yep.
Aminar.
Yep.
I can produce 1 mana, which is not good enough. So I will move to my discard step. And it is not quite a fetch land because it is a crop rotation.
That type might be worse.
Well, 2 mana, sacrifice a land, don't search your library. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my turn.
Yeah.
Another damage from Mana Vault here.
41.
41.
Man, you sure are making it a job for me on life totals this game.
Gonna keep it busy. Draw a new one. Ooh, more of these effects. Okay. Crew 3. I don't really want to... Can I like a Vigilance and then,
Yeah, almost, but
almost, but not at all. Flood a Strand, and I will lose 1.
So I have a question. If you're my opponent, does that still make Ashiok work for you? Or
Sorry, if this is relevant, I'm going to cast a Trinket Mage. Should I do this?
yeah.
Yeah, you could do the same time.
Okay. And I guess I'm going to use that mana to cast Trinket Mage, assuming this is all good.
Sure.
yeah, sure.
you got it.
So I'm going to find a Tundra off my Flooded Strand, which I have to use to pay for the Trinket Mage as well as another mana because of the Grand Arbiter.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to find a Sensei's Dividing Top with the Trinket Mage.
Yes, sir. Sure is convenient. This isn't under somebody else's control.
Yeah, it might affect every single card in my hand. That'd be really bad.
It doesn't affect top anymore, so not every card in your hand.
I'm going to jump in the shipping. I don't know, they get exposed by these flyers. But I really want to connect with the Weatherlight, so...
Getting the
Kunaros is going to jump in the Weatherlights. And maybe attack Elliot, I guess.
4.
Seems rude.
Attack Elliot for 4.
In the air.
4.
Yeah. It's a mythic
Jesus.
rare.
Trigger Weatherlight.
Yeah, 31. Trigger Weatherlight.
So it's top 4 cards, correct?
I believe
Top 5 cards.
Holy moly. That's a mythic rare. Of course
It
it's
is
5.
5. It is a mythic rare.
It's not green though, so it's not 20.
Oh, true. Yeah, it doesn't have flying, vigilance, haste,
Draw a card when it enters the
card when it
battlefield.
enters.
Draw a card when you look at this
Damage
card.
can't be prevented.
put a land card into play when it connects as well.
Okay, what do you got? Historic card.
I'm gonna let's reveal these.
Well,
Look at the top. I'm gonna reveal a Mana Crypt,
Nice.
which is awfully historic.
well, yeah.
I'd say so.
It's got that nice patina of bling on it.
All right, for main phase 2, I'm gonna. What one does Mana Crypt play? I'm gonna take 2 here. Or sorry, take 1 off the City Brass.
You good? 39?
And play. Let's just pay for this. Crypt. Has level colorless floating.
Yep.
Pay 2 for the top, and then use the last colorless to use the top.
That's math.
And I do think the math checks out. Even I could do that math.
Ooh.
You can do that math, but you can't do your tasks, eh?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I'm colorblind.
Too busy doing ghost radio.
Too busy murdering everybody.
All right, and I'm going to. All right, let's start at Jim this time.
Okay.
With the
4 cards?
Ashiok. 4 cards.
No.
We've got Grafdigger's Cage, Veil of Summer, Gemstone Cavern, and Rhystic Study.
Those are some good ones.
Especially the Rhystic Study.
All right, and that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. We're going to untap. Upkeep and draw. We're going to go to combat.
Yes, sir.
Timna at Jim, and Barbed at Aaron.
blocks.
No effects to the bird.
25.
We're going to go
37.
to 40, but it's a fake 40. So I'll stay at 38. Aha, the lead. It is mine. Then I'll draw 2 cards. I'm going to be a gigantic jerk.
Uh-oh. That seems poor.
4, 5, 6. For an overloaded Cyclonic Rift.
I'm okay with this, I think.
I'm not.
I'll
super
pass
okay
priority.
with this.
Sorry.
Hey. Elliot,
I don't have any effects, unfortunately.
can you add some effects in editing?
Some After Effects even?
Really cool.
Yeah, not anything that stop us from getting kind of rocked here.
All right. Well, and then, yeah, that is a
Okay.
Yeah.
not great.
Swoosh.
How about a CMC permanence one, man?
Yeah, me too. Animar will go to my hand, by the way.
Okay. And
Oh, my mana vault doesn't do any damage anymore.
that's nice.
So that's a gift.
It's a real fringe benefit. Pass.
Okay. I'll untap. Oh, this Ashiok is gone. I'm going to fetch before you...
In response.
yeah, do it.
Mind Sensor?
Yeah, sure.
So Jim to 24 for the Scalding turn. Look at the top 4.
Yeah, I'll put an island in play.
Wow! What's it like to be the luckiest man alive?
Seriously.
Untap. Draw a card. Play an island as my land for turn. We now have 6 mana. Wait, hang on. No, I'm going to play this Reliquary Tower as my land for turn.
Whoa!
Well, I guess we'll play this 2 mana Soul Ring. Followed by this 3 mana Simic Signet. Followed by this 1 mana Mox Opal.
Ah, must be nice.
This is way easier than I was hoping it was going to be for him.
Must be nice.
I mean, they're net positive, so
I mean, he also has 6 lines in play. You only really boned me, I think.
yeah.
I bounced my.
Well,
True.
I'm going to cast this 4 mana back to basics.
Yeah, baby!
And then I'll pass the turn.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna draw for my turn.
Let's put these over here. Those are useless now. It's only me and you, Island.
Great. I have a Forbidden Orchard. that I must play right now, because otherwise I can't do literal anything. I will give Jim the Spirit and add a green to cast this Arbor Elf. And then I have to move to discard.
I'm currently finding a spirit for those of you at home.
You got it. I'm going to discard Generous Patron and Baron Master Wizard.
All right. But on my turn, I'll tap a singular basic island, which I'm fortunate to have, apparently. Draw a card for the turn. All right, I knew that was there. I'm going to play Misty Rainforests, and hopefully have more basics in my deck. I will lose life.
Mind
36.
sensor, right?
Oh
no. That's considerably worse. But you know, I didn't have no one land to play, so
Yeah.
Big money, no whammies?
I knew that was there. And that one. Sick planes.
Gotta shuffle.
You get a shot.
Gotta shuffle.
Oh, okay, I'll do that in a second here. I'll pay 1 mana for a mana crypt. And then I'll pay 2 mana for a mana vault.
I remember those.
A little worse if they cost more mana. I don't think I want to have this mana vault for a top. Maybe I do. I'll pass the turn.
All right. On your end step, we're going to tap Deathrite Shaman to exile this Misty Rainforest, to add blue, to cast Mystical Tutor.
Uh-oh.
It's probably not great.
I'm gonna pass priority.
I'm half the pass priority.
Pass priority.
And we'll put this Assassin's Trophy on top of our old library there. And we'll go to our untap step and cry a little bit at all these things we're not untapping. And boop, boop, boop.
At least those on tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty okay overall. So we'll grab that to hand and not waste any time with throwing it at the old back to basics.
Yep. Search the top 4
Search top 4.
for a basic land. Failed to find.
That's what I like to hear. All right. I want to draw some cards. Who has blockers? You've got sort of a blocker, but
I am not blocking it.
You have no blockers. You have a spirit. All right. Tiny Bird at Jim, Timna at Elliot, and Mind Sensor at Aaron. So 2-2-2.
2-2-2. 22-22. I wonder if that translates well.
Probably not. I'm going to gain 2, but pay 3 to go to 37 and draw 3 cards. I've got Jim at 22, Elliot at 29, and Aaron at 34. Correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Didn't mess up the life totals, YouTube. And I'm going to draw 3 cards. It's going to be super embarrassing when we did, in fact, mess up the life totals.
Happens every time.
It does. Pay 3 with 1 floating for Runic Armasaur. And then I believe, now that my board looks like Swiss cheese, that we're going to pass.
Okay. On tap. Draw a card. We just got to start rolling stuff out. I'm going to play this snow-covered island. Going to pay 5 to cast Toothy.
One toothular boy.
Then I'll pay 4 and cast Peer.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Alrighty. Hallelujah. I will untap all 3 of these.
You're welcome.
Draw for turn. I'd say thank you, but you are the root of the problem. Your Grand Arbiter gave him the Phantasmal Image target. It's all your fault. So, you know, I'm going to play a basic forest. Still a blessing, but, you know, less of one now that the back to basics is gone anyway. Green. Red. I will give... I'll give Aaron a spirit, if we have a second one. I'm making Jim work hard here. And a blue from this tropical island, and a colorless I will cast Animar, Soul of Elements.
No effects.
Yep.
Cool. Pass the turn.
All right, I gotta flip for my mana crypts.
Ooh, no damage.
Never damage.
Queen.
All right, you draw. Turn. I'm gonna tap Mana Vault and Mana Crypt for 5. Use 4 of it for Vidalcan Shackles.
Whoa.
I have
Take control of his Grand Arbiter.
3 islands.
funny.
Maybe that. Maybe 2. Maybe Animar. You know,
Who's to say, really?
a little bit of everything.
Aaron.
True. True.
I don't know if I have to worry about Animar. Pay 3 again for Takali Honor Guard.
ETBs
That.
don't trigger.
Oh, it's a cast. Ah, got him.
I guess we do have to worry about Animar. So many things to take. I'm kind of worried about all of them. I'm gonna pass for now.
Okie dokie. Gonna untap this mess.
Pretty sure I used an extra mana for no reason.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's 5 here, 3 here. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. That's showbiz, baby.
I love you, Elliot. You're just such a delight.
You know, I
Fun to hang out with.
hope that I am.
We're gonna tap Savannah and Deathrite Shaman, exiling this Flooded Strand for a 2 mana Aura of Silence targeting Aaron.
It does not target.
it's all
Not an aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all open.
Oh, it's
It is-
been-
And notably not an aura.
It has been errated. I apologize.
Yeah.
I tricked you.
It's a mono enchantment. Or what-
Cool.
yeah.
Y'all can't play stuff.
Yeah.
Deal. That's way better.
Weatherlight.
Yeah, it's a very good card.
Please, your Vidalcan Shackles.
Is it active? It's only
No.
I was saying.
Just stuff.
You can blow it up though.
Yeah.
That's less good.
That's the blow up.
The 6 mana or the 7 mana Weatherlight.
7 mana.
No.
Is that what we're doing? Going to combat? Really? Okay, sure. All right. How big is Animar right now?
He's a 1/1.
Perfect.
Just a little boy.
Same attacks as last turn.
Alrighty. I have no blocks.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna target Tim the Weaver.
I'm gonna blow up the Vidalcan Shackles.
You know that's fair.
Okay, so we each take 2.
Okay.
After all that, I'm gonna take 2. 32.
I'm gonna gain 2 but lose 1 overall, so I'm at 36.
I have
I'm at
36, 20,
Elliott's at
27, 32.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with all that, and I'm gonna draw 3 cards.
You may.
Trying to steal my things, I tell you what.
I tell you what.
I just want my Weatherlight to cost only 5 mana.
Yeah,
I mean, that was,
play that Sundra for the
reasonable.
turn.
I think. I might not know much, though.
At least you're honest, you know? At least you're honest. All right, we're gonna pay 3. Ristic Study. We're gonna pay 1.
You only have to pay 2 for the Ristic Study because of the Arbiter.
1 floating. Wilderness Reclamation.
Oh. Yeah.
And then Horn and Tundra for Incubation Druid.
That's a good one.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Moon my end step. Untap all this business.
All the lands.
All the lands.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Yep.
Trigger Toothy.
Yep.
2 counters on it.
Yep.
You're that guy from Storage Wars.
Actually, I just grew up around auctions a lot. So.
Okay, we still have this Mind Sensor in play.
And this Grand Arbiter.
And this
and
Runic
this-
Armistice.
Grand Arbiter's gonna play for a long time.
And the
Wilderness
Ristic Study now.
So I'm going to pay 2 mana and cast an Essence Flux targeting Toothy.
Ristic Study.
You want to pay 1?
Yes.
I have no effects to the Flux.
Nope, me neither.
Right. It's good.
It's good. Okay, so Toothy will be exiled. The trigger will go on the stack. It'll come back in. So I'll draw 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
It'll see me draw 2 cards, and I will put 4 counters on it.
Seems pretty good.
Then I'm going to play this Mystic Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
ETB. Trigger, put Essence Flux on top of my library.
Ooh, spicy.
Pretty good.
If he could have fetched for it, it would have been even more.
Gooder.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay 3 mana
Mm-hmm.
and cast an Arcane Signet.
Would you like to pay the 1?
Sure.
Okay.
Then I'm just going to pass the turn.
Alrighty, I will untap. I will draw a card for my turn. That's a pretty good one. I'm going to hope that I can do some math.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play this Tarnished Citadel.
Oh, what?
I'm going to tap this Forest
Mm-hmm.
and tap this Yavimaya Coast just for a colorless, and this Tarnished Citadel for a colorless. Oh, I'm so smart, not taking 3 damage. I'm going to play this Wall of Roots, paying 3 because of the Arbiter, not paying 1 for the Rhystic Study. Also, I trigger Animar.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a counter. Then I will activate Wall of Roots to add a green, and I will add another mana, and then another mana. So that is 3 mana. Reduced 1 by Animar. I will pay 3, paying the 1 for Rhystic Study for this Priest of Titania.
It's pretty good.
That will trigger Animar. He will get another counter. I will give Jim another Spirit
Okay.
for a green. And then reduced by 2 for
Increased by 1.
Animar.
So reduced by 1.
The reduced by 1 means I am casting this Bloom Tender, not paying the 1 for the Rhystic Study, I believe.
So we'll put the Rhystic Study trigger on the stack.
Sure.
And I'm going to Underground Sea into Brainstorm.
Yep.
Well, hang
Oh,
on.
sorry.
I'm going to pay 3 to Narset's Reversal it.
Notice that's reversal.
Copy it and then return it to your hand.
Return Brainstorm.
Brainstorm to your hand.
Okie dokie. Sounds good.
So I paid
Are
the
you
1 for
gonna-
Grand Arbiter.
Are you gonna
I
pay 1?
am going to pay the 1.
Okay, dokie. So now you have Brainstorm.
I have Brainstorm. So I'm going to draw 3 cards. Put 2 back on top. It'll be these 2.
Okay.
Put 6 counters on Toothy.
Yep.
Yep. I have
now on top of my Rhystic Study trigger again.
Yeah, I have. Oh, so we have Bloom Tender, Animar trigger, Rhystic Study trigger,
And now we're gonna
Brainstorm again.
Okay.
effects.
Go ahead.
Okay, you draw a card for your Rhystic Study.
Thank you.
Animar gets a counter. Bloom Tender enters the battlefield.
Yep.
Okay. Pass the turn.
That was a whole lot of whole lot of something for a whole lot of nothing.
All right.
Remember that time that we had a big fun stack interaction?
Yeah.
And it did nothing but draw cards.
Remember that
So
time I Narset's Reversal to Brainstorm?
Life's hard.
I'm gonna lose 1 for my mana vault here,
Yeah, sounds good.
and then
31.
and I'm probably not gonna lose 3 for mana from the crypts, right?
That seems like faith. Yeah, let's go.
a pretty good chance I don't.
Oh,
Damage.
28.
Yeah. What happened? I had it all.
Kunaros
Kunaros.
got sea rifted.
Oh, these are some cards. What? Oh my god! Am I supposed to cost so much mana? 5, 6 mana for this spell. Sure. Weatherlight. I'll pay 1 for Grand Arbiter and 1 for the.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's good. The other one I want to play is top. I'll take a damage from that. You will draw a card. You can draw a card off Risk Study.
27.
Yeah.
We sure do let him draw a lot of cards.
Yeah.
If he wins this one too, I won't be surprised.
My turn is over.
Well, let me tell you about all the stuff I don't have in my hand. It's
Perfect.
called win conditions.
I mean, you're getting there on.
Oh, I'm definitely
on
getting
the
there.
on the flyers.
Definitely getting there. Just, we're not there yet.
Hey, I need a spirit.
I gave you one.
I need another one.
Okay.
Jump the ship.
Oh, yeah. I do want to take an opportunity to point out that Jim's Toothy is an 11/11.
Yeah.
Listen, if I can do something about it, I would.
Marshlands?
I'm going to draw Aether Snap.
True. Have you got a land card in there, Gregor?
I do. I have a Bloodstained
I do
Kind of a
not.
scalding turn.
Bam.
Cool. We're going to exile that Bloodstained Mire.
I'm out of lands now.
And we are going to Swords Toothy.
That's fun.
He still gets to draw 10, but
That's fine.
He has the Essence Flux, too.
No, I am going to Essence Flux.
Okay.
you draw a card for a
Yeah,
6/7.
Hold on.
Oh. There's a Ristic
Responding
Study
to your Ristic Study trigger?
Get Ristic Study trigger.
So we're
I'm not
16
paying for
trigger. Okay. Results.
Okay. So Essence Flux, we're going to do the thing.
Yep.
Boom. It enters with 20 counters.
Yep.
And I'll draw 10 cards.
That's what I get for missing the Mox Opal back there.
Happens to the best of us.
Wait, how much is this? Yeah, it's just one.
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least Toothy's not a spirit.
And the swords fizzles to Resizzle.
Yes, it does fizzle too. God damn it, Jim. Okay,
Snoop Dogg?
Kennen, Bonder Prodigy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a really good card.
It's right up there.
Yeah, that's gonna add a lot of mana, and it's gonna do a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, all those things.
Eladamri's Call.
Dial them up.
Give him a ring.
And we're going to go ahead and grab Seaborn Muse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goes in your hand.
It does.
That one's for free.
Go
Yep.
right to
Dial
your
them
hand.
up.
Thanks, buddy. I know I appreciated you for a reason. All right.
That's very not good for us.
There's a couple. Listen, Elliot. There's been a lot of not good things for us since like turn 3.
We're going to add 3 with Soul Ring, which, let me tell you, that feels great.
Yeah.
And then we're going to add 2 green with Fin-Horned Elves, and then we're going to have a Seaborn Muse.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. How degenerate are we feeling right now? We should probably see what we draw first. I can't attack it over there. Do you have enough to crew the Weatherlight over there? It doesn't look like
I do
it.
in spirit.
All right.
Not actual
Do
spirits.
Not actually.
You have enough? I do in spirits.
All right, and you don't have any flying over there? Elliot?
No, sir, no flying.
All right, we're going to send Aven Mind Sensor at Aaron and Bird at Jim.
Yep.
I unfortunately do not have enough spirit.
Go to 18.
25 for Aaron, 18 for Jim, 34 for Alex.
No, I did not attack with Timna.
Yeah, no life link.
And I'm going to go ahead and pay the 2 life.
To go to 34.
34. Yep.
That's what I said. Just want to point that out.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying about yourself. It's my bad.
Elliot, you didn't lose life.
I did not. He didn't attack me.
That's correct. I did not attack.
That's very
you.
nice of him.
With Petit Pot. We're going to pay 2 white and a colorless for Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
The Nurturing Peatland can actually not tap for colorless.
I'll pay...
Just pay a life. What do you want?
take it. Fine.
You're
I'll
at
take that.
34. Now you're at 33.
Listen, And then we're going to just get all the way crazy and cast this Mystic Remora.
Okay.
I mean, I was already out with the Linvala, but you know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll crew, right? That's all I care.
You can still crew. Yeah.
Because it's not a creature.
But you can't crew after they're crewed.
I can't crew itself after the fact.
Yeah, you can't double crew. I'd like to move to my end step, where Wilderness Reclamation untaps all my lands.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then,
They're going to untap again on my
Yeah.
untap if you want to use them.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I have anything to use them on. I'm going to use them on Incubation Druid. To put 3 counters on Incubation Druid.
Yeah. He is adapting.
Okay.
Learning.
Which one
And then
untap?
on your untap, I will also untap.
is balance legal? Commander?
Yeah. Seaborn Muse. Who knew? I'll draw a card. Put 2 counters on Toothy.
Okay.
His Toothy do be big.
Yeah, maybe it draws library.
I'm
Lemon?
hoping he turns it sideways in a specific direction.
Well, like he's going to chump it, right?
It doesn't have trample, does it?
Nope.
I
No,
don't think so.
No
just a
evasion.
big vanilla boy.
You got a Rancor.
Rancor would be fun. in this
Rancor,
deck.
Berserk, Commander Damage.
Yeah. Rancor would be fun in this one.
Yeah, and
Anybody got anything?
No.
Fatal Frenzy.
Okay, I'm going to cast.
Still just angry I haven't won this game.
I'm going to cast
Elliot and I are just
this
along for the ride.
2 mana Thought Scour targeting Alex.
Okay.
Do you pay for study?
Paying for study, paying
yeah, I
for
will.
Mystic Remora.
I'm not going to pay for Mystic Remora.
All right, go ahead and draw first.
Okay,
Please,
so
Mildew.
Mildew.
Mildew. All right, let's see what we get. Do I want to be that person? Yeah, why not? Okay. We're going to tap some stuff and Cannon Bonder Prodigy.
Sure.
It's Priest of Titania. Yikes.
Okay, so you Mildew.
Caught a Root Maze. Mana Confluence.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Mhm.
Put 2 counters on Toothy.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to tap blue,
There we go.
then delve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll pay 6, then the tax for Grand Arbiter, and I'll pay for Ristic Study, but not Mystic Remora, and cast Dig Through Time.
Trigger. Draw.
Good.
Yeah.
We're digging for something real specific here.
Better be good. Why do you even have a main deck fling?
Yeah. We'll take that card and that card.
Okay.
Put the rest on the bottom.
Yikes. Library's getting,
Here's what we're looking at.
well, we got 6, 12, 18, 24 counters.
Okay, I will return 2 islands to my hand. It's so good. This is an island. Who approved that? I'm going to cast Gush.
How many tax you paying on that?
You do have to
Yeah.
pay the 1 for...
Minimum 1.
I'll pay
Yeah.
the 1, and I'll pay for Ristic Study as well.
But not Mystic?
Correct.
Okay. What's Gush again?
Draw 2.
Okay.
Draw 2. Put 2 counters on Toothy.
4 counters.
Put 4 counters on Toothy. This is like maybe gonna draw me out, but
What's the worst thing that could happen?
it's a real good question.
I think him getting drawn out is the worst thing that could happen. Maybe. For him. In this situation.
Okay. I'm going to pay 1 to cast this Mox Diamond.
Yep.
I will pitch Homeward Path. I'm not paying for either Mystic or Ristic.
That's a shame.
Pay 3. Cast this Siren's Ruse.
Yeah.
Blink it. I'm not paying for either.
No effects.
Good.
Good. Okay. So I have 28 counters on it. I'll draw 28 cards and put 56 counters on it.
Sounds good.
Let's hope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have 3 cards in my library.
3 left in the deck. Oh my gosh.
I have 3 cards in my library.
Can we just like 50?
Put a 5 and a 6.
That seems good to me.
Okay, I would like to look through my cards for a second.
Yeah, you may, sir.
No. Slow play. Let's go.
Okay, fine. I'll play my land for turn. Tabernacle of Pendrevale.
Ooh. Whoa, that's great.
That's what I was digging for.
Perfect. Oh, I love it. That's really good.
Jim, how could you do this to me?
And I'll pass the turn with this many cards in my
That
hand.
seems
Oh
great.
my! Is Tabernacle? He can. I guess with priest, like it's actually not even that hard to pay the tax.
It's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my priest is only tapping for.
Well, Elliot's
I
got
have
elves
elves.
too.
Oh, but not for long.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, actually, interesting, right? I can't activate any of these because he has a Linvala in.
Right. Yeah, get rid of them so that he can't tap his for more.
Yeah, so I'm going to pay 1 for Animar, and these are
And by the
good.
way, I untap on your untap
Why
stuff.
don't you use the elf? Oh, you can't.
And these are gonna die. Jesus. Then I will draw for my turn.
Yep.
An elf. I'm just gonna pass the turn, man. I ain't doing anything exciting.
All right,
this game.
still in your turn.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably correctly this time if I can manage it. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1 Keenan.
1 Keenan trigger.
No non-human creature. Unlucky.
You know what? You gotta be good at something. It's not this.
It's having literally everything else.
Yeah, I think I'm still probably okay.
You can
overall.
You can tap again, probably, right? This stuff adds like a million.
I don't want to go that deep
Okay.
because I'm digging for something specific.
Okay.
Okay.
So, my turn here. Got a couple upkeep effects. We're going to lose 1 for the mana vaults.
24.
Yep. We're going to flip again for this mana crypt. Never,
Nice.
never damage.
Except for last turn.
Except for the one time.
That didn't happen.
What are they talking about, Aaron? I didn't see that.
Do I want to pay? I need my creatures so I can jump in the ship. Do I need these creatures
Not
though?
crazy.
You jump in the ship by yourself. That's fine. Goodbye, these guys.
Yep.
Not pay. All right. Draw my card. Ooh, more ships. 1, 2. White, black.
Sure.
So I have a colorless floating. Problem, I guess I have 4 mana. I don't. So I want to pay
Goodness.
for any of these effects. So I'm paying for the Grand Arbiter already.
Yep.
There's so many
You
effects.
only have to pay the
for
one,
Mystic.
yeah, because Mystic
Yeah.
is non-creature.
Yeah.
Right. 1 it is. Alright, pay the 1.
Yay.
Did it. Alright, I'm gonna immediately jump in the ship here. You do the one attack.
You would have to block with either Linvala
Or either Mind Sensor or the Bird.
Bird.
he's
I'm
got
not
the
really
bird.
too worried
You
about.
could triple block, but lose 3 creatures. Or 2 creatures.
You know, Elliot, you're in the game for a reason. I'm gonna attack you for 4.
This is the rudest thing.
23.
3.
Top 10 anime.
Trigger Weatherlight.
I'm only here to trigger Weatherlight Elliot.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty reasonable.
Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Linvala.
Remind me?
Lavinia.
Oh, Lavinia, sorry.
What's it do?
Each opponent cannot cast non-creature spells with mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. I think I want to play this thing. Ouch. I'll lose a life here.
23.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're paying for these Ristics, yeah?
I'm not paying for Ristic. I'm not
Okay.
paying for Ristic. I had 4 too.
Okay.
I turn off this Keenan or I turn off.
It's like probably Keenan.
Does this resolve? I'm gonna name Keenan Boner Prodigy.
Seems great.
Alright. My turn is over.
At your end step, I'm going to Marsh Flats.
Yeah.
And I'll find this bayou.
Sounds good.
All right. And then we're going to go to my turn. Untapped everything already.
Trigger
Upkeep.
Tabernacle.
Trigger of Dragonapple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13, hey? How much does Priest tap for?
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
5? Keenan? Keenan?
5
Yeah.
is a human.
Oh, 4.
4. Unless anybody else has got an elf somewhere.
Nope.
Cool. All right. So how many did I say again?
13.
13. So make that 12.
Hey, got him.
We're going to go ahead and sack Mystic Remora in the meantime.
Sure, get it out of here.
Get it out here. So we're down to 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this does...
And the priest taps for 4.
3, 4. This taps
Oh
for
no, Keenan. The priest taps for
Yeah, that's one more.
5.
So,
So
how
it does
many
tap
else
for five.
there?
And
plus
then
1.
this would tap
Yeah, yeah.
for 4, so that's 9. And I need 3 more.
You
Which
should
should
not pay.
make it Sol Ring. So we're just going to do that and keep everybody.
You can choose not to pay. It's an option.
I'm over.
Are you just floating this mana and you wait for
It was not as devastating as I was hoping.
we're
it would
gonna.
be.
Well, we got a bird token. I can attack with Weatherlight.
Got him.
You sure can.
My entire strategy this game
You
was
can still
big.
double block with Mind Sensor and Lavinia or Linvala.
Yeah, but who's going to do that?
Now you may draw for your turns.
Oh, right. Sorry. We'll draw for our turn and then play Gaia's Cradle.
well, darn.
My entire game has been built around this Weatherlight. Hasn't missed yet, 100% hit rate. That's
Yeah,
just
sure.
good deck building.
Let's just.
Okay, first question. Does anybody have a land in their graveyard?
I do not.
I think I have 2.
I don't.
I have
I
1.
don't.
I have a Homeward Path.
Jim, we're going to exile that. Adding black for Demonic Tutor.
Well, that seems poor for us, yeah.
You know what? There are a couple things not going so well. How many cards do you have in your hand? I'm gonna get a hand count.
I've got 1, 2, 43.
He's only got 43 cards in his hand. What could
3 cards left.
how bad could it be?
We'll add 3 blue mana to my pool
Has Jim cast Force of Negation yet?
for Jace, Wielder of Mysteries.
Oh. Hey, Jim.
Good.
Oh, God.
I don't have any mana. I can't cast free counter spells with Grand Arbiter and play.
Oh, he actually can.
Crap, I didn't think about that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
we're super dead here. Okay.
You got a counterspell?
Not right now. I'm going to cycle this cloud of fairies.
Good luck. Stop me, please.
Yeah. No. I have nothing.
No effects? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Windfall. You want to draft 41 cards?
We're going to pay
For
1
43
life
cards?
to go to 31. Add 2 black mana to the old mana pool. We're going to Diabolic Intent, New King Birds.
Yep.
Ooh, I think we're getting consulted.
Yeah, this is going to be game.
And then we'll pay 1 black for Demonic Consultation.
What are you naming?
I would like to name Borborygmos the
Wait,
Enraged.
Ellie, can you give me a spirit? Thank you.
You got a spirit.
He's going
now.
to crew the weather.
Screw the weather last! And you know what? I'm going to draw a card. I didn't think about this beforehand.
I'm going to tap, actually, the...
Didn't matter.
You got it.
box. Oh, it's good? It's
Yeah,
good?
you got it.
Weatherlight's a creature, for the record.
Tight. And then we'll draw a card.
Yep, that's it.
What a game.
What a
Holy.
game. I had this sick interaction in my hand. I had Painter's Servant Veil of Summer. And when I had the Bloom Tender,
Yeah.
I make everything black in addition. So my Bloom Tender taps for 4
Yeah.
mana in my 3-color deck.
Seems great.
I had this
But
sick
Alex had
interaction
it.
in my hand.
And Mala.
Hang on, let me
I
find
had a
it.
bunch of 3-mana guys.
That was quite the game.
Yeah,
That was a marathon.
The important part is what I would have hit with Weatherlight.
Yes, let us.
Look at all these options.
Oh my god, that's just good deck building.
last 3 cards in my deck, by the way, were Fell Warstone, Flooded Strand, and Lion's Eye Diamond.
Wow.
Oh, the LED might have been good.
Yeah.
Could have discarded my hand.
Really helped out.
Anyway,
Wow.
that's it for this week. Let us know in the comments. What do you think of our guest today? If you have nice things to say, then do that. If you don't have nice things to say, then, I don't know.
Shut up.
Leave your comments about us on another YouTube channel. And with that, we'll catch you next week. Or week after that. Bye.
Catch you sometime.
See ya.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button. And you can click this link to check out our other great videos.